Twitchcon Rotterdam is almost there. But what can you expect? What is Twitchcon? How do you get there? And what are other things you need to know about it? In this video, I'm gonna go over all things Twitchcon Rotterdam related. Let's start out with what is Twitchcon. So Twitchcon is an event hosted by Twitch. Basically, their main goal is to have creators meet each other. I would say it's a network event, but there's more than just networking. For example, you have Twitch rivals in the rival arena. This means that streamers are gonna compete in tournaments and see who wins them. Tournaments this year are gonna be Minecraft and Party Animals, and I believe there will be some IRL games as well. Not sure what that's gonna be yet. Besides from these Twitch rivals competitions, they also have workshops. So there are streamers organizing workshops. They can be literally anything, for example, how to get partner, but also like how to embroider, I guess, whatever it would be. There's a lot of them, so I can't go over every one of those, but I will leave a link to the schedule underneath in the description if you want to see all the workshops and all the events that they're planning those 2 days. I guess 3 if you're a partner. Besides those workshops, they do also offer music. There will be musical performances by different streamers again. So think about DJs or people that play an instrument. There's also shows in the theater, the glitch theater they call that, and those will be streamed to Twitch. So if you're in TwitchCon, you can go and watch them, but you can also watch them back later on in the VODs on Twitch. Last year what I did is I just watched those back, the things I thought were interesting, but if you want to experience them, you can go to the Glitch Theater. From the last couple of TwitchCons, what we know is in the Glitch Theater, between those theater shows, they usually also do Twitch announcements. So they usually do that in the opening ceremony or in the closing ceremony. So keep an eye out on new Twitch updates and stuff like that they might announce, might not. I don't have any information about that, so I don't know. But if they will do it, they will do it right there. There will be a hall full of gaming brands and game developers showing their games or their equipment or anything like that. Just like you would see with a normal fair, I guess, where you could go to different booths to try out games. Like, if you know E3 or Gamescom, stuff like that kind of happens on TwitchCon as well, but then in a little bit of a smaller scale, I would say. And there will also be a loot cave, which is the Twitch merch shop. So there will be like this square where you can basically buy Twitch merch. A lot of the merch that they sell there is only going to be sold at that event, so at Twitchcon Rotterdam 2024. If you're watching this in 2025, everything still applies, probably. So a good thing to know is that the event is officially from Friday to Sunday. What this means is on Friday you can pick up your badge already. So you can go there, send in a queue, and get your badge. This means that on Saturday you could enter the venue with already having a badge and be a little bit quicker. This is also the day when the Twitch partners will be able to buy their Twitch merch. Basically, they get a little bit of an earlier chance to buy merch. They don't get a discount or anything, but they have an earlier chance because some things sell out. And in the evening, Twitch partners will have the Twitch partner party, where usually Twitch is really secretive about what it actually is, and just you can't access it if you're not partner, and you can't bring a +1. So if you're like, oh, but my boyfriend is a partner and I'm going with him to TwitchCon, well, you're staying home that evening. I can't tell you what happens inside. I believe there's free drinks and some fries or something. I don't know. I've never been there. I'm not allowed. Partners will also get access to a partner lounge where I believe there's also free fries or something. Like last year there were free fries, so I think there might be free fries there this year as well. But basically, again, you can't bring a +1 or anybody else in the partner lounge. You had some people that used somebody else's ticket. If they do spot you with that, they will ban you from the event, and you and the owner of the ticket both can't go inside anymore. So don't cheat the system. So some quick things about the venue. It will be in Ahoy, Rotterdam. Ahoy is one of our biggest venues here in the Netherlands. I'm not sure about the details if it's bigger than Amsterdam, but it's literally one of the biggest ones. Like, everybody here in the Netherlands knows what Ahoy is. The inside is 54,000 square meters. So that is a lot. I'm not sure how much they rented because they don't have to rent all the halls, right? They can just rent 2 halls instead of like, I don't know how many they have. But like together it's 52,000 square meters. If you come with the car, parking will cost 90 euros a day. At least that's a normal rate at Ahoy. Not sure if Twitch has some kind of say in to have it lower or higher, but 19 is what they normally charge there. They have about 2,000 spots for cars, so that's not enough for everyone in the venue, but I assume that in this event, a lot of people will be coming with public transport or with taxis, as a lot of people will be out from outside the Netherlands. You can't bring food or drinks inside the venue. That's against the venue rules, so that's not possible. However, tap water is drinkable in the Netherlands. They can't force you to not bring a bottle of water. So if you just have a bottle without water in it, you can fill that inside. Like, our tap water is as good as our bottled water. And if you ask me, sometimes even better. Depends on where you're from. I'm from the south. Our water is supreme. If I go to the north, I do taste a little bit of a difference. But still, they literally use our drinking water for the bottled water. So don't buy the bottled water in the Netherlands. It's a scam. Unless you need to for just having a bottle or something. But just fill it at the toilet. I once was at the airport here. And what they did, they only had like warm water coming out of the sinks. Which was like absolutely gross. Because drinking hot water, if it's not tea, it's pretty bad. So that's like a way that they can combat it, but as far as I know, they don't do that at this venue. Other things to know, our public transport is decent. If you compare it to other countries, it's pretty good. We Dutchies like to disagree and be annoyed at our public transport, but yeah, if you look at the stat, it's pretty dependable. If you stay at a hotel, you can stay in Rotterdam, but you can also just stay at a hotel close by in a different city, because the Netherlands isn't that big, and we have a big network of public transport with trains and everything. So if you find a hotel a little bit further away, you might be able to save a lot of money. Here I have the map of the Netherlands. This is where it is. This is where the venue is in Zuid-Holland. This is where Amsterdam is in North-Holland. This is where Holland comes from. This part, these two provinces is Holland. Rest of the country, the Netherlands, okay? We're living in the Netherlands. This is Holland. Just a little bit of an education. I come from this province, Noord-Brabant, so I'm not from Holland, okay? Just so you know. Just so you know. So here we have Rotterdam, and as you can see, there's quite a lot of like dots around it, and all these are cities, right? All these dots are cities. All the stars are main cities from that province. So 's-Hertogenbosch, very easy to pronounce, right? That's the capital city of Noord-Brabant. Den Haag is the capital city of Zuid-Holland. It does not have a like agenda that says how far it is, but I do have this map, and this says Spoorkaart van Nederland, which means this is the railroad of the Netherlands in 2001, but let me tell you, they didn't change anything. I mean, maybe they changed something, but I've never noticed the difference, let's say. This is not a real representation of the Netherlands. You can see these islands here. Those are the islands here. It's not complete, but it's like an easier way. It's like a metro map, right? This is where Amsterdam is. As you can see, Amsterdam Central has a lot of stops with a lot of lines. And Rotterdam, let's see, this is Rotterdam Central, is this one, Rotterdam Central. And this is the one where you need to be, basically. So from Rotterdam Central, the train goes to Delft, Den Haag Central. It goes to Zwijndrecht, Dordrecht, we zoom in, Barendrecht. It goes to Leerdam, Geldermalsen. Like, you can basically see that this line, where it's all connecting, or you can go to Utrecht even, Gouda, like we call it here. Basically, you can see this connecting to, like, literally anywhere. I will drop the link to this map underneath the description as well, so you can see where you can go. Another thing you need to know is how you can plan public transport in the Netherlands. So if you want to know, like, how do I get to Ahoy, Rotterdam? You need to go to Ahoy Central, and then you can take a metro, or you can take a bus. But which one, do you ask? Well, that's pretty easy to find out. We have this website, which is called ns.nl, which stands for Nederlandse Spoorwegen, which is the Dutch word for Dutch railways. But here you can say which city you're from. You can type anything. Utrecht, for example, and you go to Ahoy Rotterdam, which is this venue. And then you click on plan. I believe, yeah, you can also like click here in English. And then do it again. Yeah. Here we go. And then it will say from Utrecht Central which train you need to take at track 8. This is how many people there are expected this time. You can see more things about the train and everything like that. And it will say how much it will cost and how long you need to walk. 9 minutes for 500 meters, 6 minutes for 300 meters. It looks like it's farther away, but it's inside the train station. And you can see the price, so you immediately know what you're going to spend as well. There's another website which is called 9292, which does have quite some advertisements here. Oh my god. It's spammed with advertisements, guys. But here again, you can say from. So if we say Utrecht again to Ahoy, Rotterdam, location, or you can say the bus stop. But I would say location. Okay, click on location one, and then you can say like which day and which time. So I don't know, the 24th of May at almost 2. Well, departure or arrival. So when do you want to depart at this time or arrive at this time? And then you can immediately see, these are my options. Again, there are so many commercials on this website though, but you can see which train you need to take. You can see all the stops that you need to skip. You can show the walking route here. These are all the other stops in the metro you need to pass. So you can count which exit you need to take, basically. You can click on the next one. And here it will also tell you how much your journey is going to cost. So you can see the time and the cost. So you can basically say, hey, what will be a good route for me time cost wise, right? Rotterdam has its own airport. So if you have the chance to fly to Rotterdam instead of Amsterdam, it will save you quite some time because it's a lot closer to the venue. It's like right next to the venue, basically. Where Amsterdam, you still need to like travel like an hour or something with a train to get to Rotterdam. Rotterdam itself is a really small airport though, so it could be that from where you're from, it doesn't fly to Rotterdam. And I don't think it would be worth to buy a ticket to fly from Amsterdam to Rotterdam because, again, it's just an hour with the train, so it's probably faster to just take the train, and a lot cheaper probably. Although discount on your plane tickets because of taxes or something. It's ridiculously cheap to fly in comparison to trains here in the Netherlands. But nobody really flies inside the country. People think that's weird. So I guess you could fly national flights, but nobody really does that. People just take the train or take the car. Here in the Netherlands, we do have taxis. We do have Ubers if you want to. Which are basically taxis here as well because they need to have a taxi license. If you want to order food, our DoorDash is either Uber Eats or thuisbezorgd.nl, which I guess is a pretty hard one to pronounce, so I'll leave that link down below in the description if you want to order food. Those are the 2 websites people order food from. About 90% of people speak English right here, so if you're trying to like ask a question, just ask somebody. If they don't speak English, just get the next person and they will probably speak English. Especially if you get people from like under 30, they will definitely speak English. If you're from anywhere in Europe, you do not need a visa to come to the Netherlands. If you're from the UK, you do not need a visa either, but you do need a passport. For any other countries, I recommend checking it before departing. For staying in hotels, you can either do booking.com, you can contact hotels on its own. We have some bed and breakfasts as well. Basically just standard things, I think. When you book a hotel and you don't have a car with you, make sure that you don't get one right next to the highway, but one that is close to public transport instead. If you order the car, one next to the highway might be a very, very nice option for you, especially because Rotterdam Ahoy is also really close to the highway, so you'll be there quickly. If you guys have any more questions about the Netherlands or TwitchCon, leave them down below in the comments. I will try and answer them all. Then make sure to watch this playlist and this video right here. And don't forget to subscribe because I want to see you in the next video.